Hey, you. Have you ever wondered what the most cursed Tetris game in the world would look like? Me neither, but after building my first Tetris game, I encountered a glitch that swapped the shapes instead of rotating them. And I had an idea. How about building a Tetris game that is cursed to the point of being completely unplayable? This is what it ended up looking like. But there is a lot more cursedness than meets the eye. Just watch. Let me introduce you to the cursed shapes first. The idea was simple. Using my grid system, I created shapes that are practically impossible to deal with, like the diagonal tree, the black hole, the Sea of Doom, and the dot. However, that caused a couple of issues. My preview window was too small and the shapes didn't fit. It worked, but it didn't look pretty. And yeah, we have... The preview window is also a little messy, but I kinda like it. But yeah, I decided to just keep it that way. Afterwards, it was time to add a mutate function that changes the shape every now and then when it's being rotated. Okay, everything works. Oh yeah, as you can see, it Okay, I love this. This is amazing, okay? I think this could actually be used as kind of an RNG mechanic for people. This looked incredibly funny, but the odds were a bit too high at the beginning. I initially started with a 20% chance, but I decreased it down to 10%. Although I initially wanted the game to be cursed and somewhat unplayable, I still didn't want to make it too unfair. And in my opinion, the 10% chance was more than enough to actually trigger the player. During testing though, I encountered some crashes, for example when I misplayed the word rotation in my code like this. Let's clear the screen and let's go. Wait. Look, I spammed the rotate button to check and I actually forgot something here. Let's try again. And after some more thinking, I thought about trolling the player a bit more by making the next piece window basically useless. My idea was to change the functionality so that it shows a random shape and not the actual shape that is going to be rendered into the field. And it worked. Okay, so what I did now is I changed the preview window a little bit so that it actually is not displaying what's getting printed into the game, but rather just something random. So what I did in the code is I completely decoupled the window from the game and I set it back to the first stage that I had, and it doesn't work, which means that it works quite fine. So I'm happy with this. I'm actually very happy with how this turned out. Okay, let's see what else we could do. I mean, this is already cursed as hell. I don't think anyone can beat this game at this stage right now. If you even manage to get 1 point, you're actually goated. Because I don't think it's possible, is it? What do you guys think? Then I got lost playing the game a little bit because I was trying to achieve at least 1 point. I didn't succeed. The shapes were a bit too off. I mean, I still wanted the game to be somewhat playable, albeit cursed, so I changed the shapes to be a bit more manageable. But trust me, even after that I was not able to score even 1 point. It worked! You see, okay, it did work. I built in a function that kind of gaslights the user because it says balance patch applied. What it does is just basically delete some of the parts. Okay, but I need to maybe make it no, I think the frequency is perfect like that. I think I keep the frequency like that. Also, it did reach a point right now where it still feels kind of playable and the rotations still feel kind of okay. Now with 10%, and it's time to make... But yeah, the shapes need to be a bit less cursed. So I have created some less cursed shapes, but the field looked a bit too symmetrical, a bit too tidy. I wanted to implement some more chaos into it, and I did, by using this shape instead of the box symbol, and giving the game a slight chance to replace one of the shape blocks with it. It created this beautifully cursed effect that completely ruins the playfield. I loved it. So let's try. If we just go there. Yeah, there we go. You see that everything is breaking when we do that. But it's still... Okay, yeah, no, I think I completely lose what's going on here. You see that here also the row or the character down here has been deleted, which is because... Yeah, it's because of the balance patch that we applied as well, which randomly removes one of the shapes on the field. Yeah, no, I think this is perfect. This so far is perfect, but there's still one thing is missing. One thing is still missing, but I'm not sure why. I think I need to do some brainstorming. At this point, I thought that something was missing. I was not sure what, so I did some brainstorming and came up with probably my favorite function so far, the Apocalypse-Apple. Basically, the function is that whenever you touch the apple, the curse symbol gets removed. However, there is also a slight chance that, well, see for yourself later. But there was another issue first. I couldn't get to the apple when it spawned at the top, so I changed the player character to always spawn on top of the apple and set the apple centered on the field, and it worked much better than I thought. After changing the odds and fixing the apple, we have a fully cursed Tetris game that looks like this. I made probably the most cursed Tetris game ever known to mankind. I mean, I'm getting like an eyes bleed just playing this game, looking at the shapes moving around and around, and I don't even think this is playable. Like, this is genuinely unplayable in my opinion. There is so much going on, and yeah, why would anyone play this? You know, the fact that no one would play this game, I actually call this a big success, okay? If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. And I hopefully see you in my next video until I get employed. Oh my god.